it is often rare to see animals which are intelligent. And if an animal gets the chance to be called intelligent, that animal is very shocking compared to other animals. Its intelligent level is like no other animal has before. So this animal which we are going to talk today about is the crow. And the crow, one of the things which people praise of the crow, and most of the people don't know about the crow. The crow is a very intelligent animal, although it is body size and also it is weight. The intelligence which a crow can has and also displays it is so shocking to people because that type of intelligence can be compared to a 7-year-old kid or a 5-year-old kid, and even sometimes with the abilities which it does, the abilities can only be performed by certain type of people and also certain type of age groups. And some the most scientists say that the crow can be compared to a 7-year-old kid, but there are some activities which the crow does that even some adults are unable to do it. But the crow, despite its body size and also its all the factors which it has and also the brain size, the crow is a very intelligent animal. So I'll be explaining why the crow is an intelligent animal and the some of the things which the crow has done to show that it has intelligence. Unlike other animals, the crow live solely, and also they don't live in social groups. And one of the things of intelligence is mainly scientists say intelligence can be displayed by animals which live in a large social group, and animals which live in a large social group are likely to become more intelligent because they get to interact with each other, and their brain is more exercised and the brain is pulled to different level parts so that they can be able to intertwine between each other and communicate very well so that they can have a large community which coordinates with each other very well. And this takes a lot of effort for the brain because you have to keep records on what you said and what also the languages which you use to communicate. And some of the things is the type of things which other people like and also the people on your social group like. And that's why human beings are way forward in the intelligence because they are so socially developed than the other animals. But the animals which are close to the intelligence of human beings and also crows and also okras, human beings intelligence is way past the normal type of the normal type of animal intelligence. The human being intelligence is, let's say, it is alien type of intelligence. But if you compare to animals, the crow can be compared to okras and also can be compared to chimpanzees and also can be compared to other animals like dogs and also cats because they live in a social group, and also they need to maintain the social group together. So they need to maintain the social group together. So these are some of the types of animals which can be compared to the crows. And the crows are very intelligent because there's some of the activities which they do. They are the ones which defy them because even there are some scientists which have seen crows being able to communicate with other animals like the wolves. And some of the members of a wolf pack some individuals of the crows can be able to communicate with them, and they can be able to access and also have information on where the next meal should be, and also they can be able to scavenge easily. And some of the things which the scientists have seen are they have been able to see that the crows are able to also pull the tails of animals like the wolves, which this makes them to engage in each other, and this makes them to have a particular bond for each other. And a crow is a good example for animals which can be able to correlate with other animals. And some of the animals which you've seen in the birds, there are some birds which are used by other animals like to aid each other. When one animal is able to land on another animal and is able to pluck out some types of lice on the animal's hair, which in reward this becomes food, and also to the other animal it becomes a way of hygiene. This is a codependent to each other, where both benefit. And this is some type of things where the crows carry out and also displays this type of behavior in other types of animals like the wolves. They are able to go and eat together, which wolves cannot. It is not likely for wolves to share food, but they are able to share food with the crows. And one of the things which shock people and also scientists is that the crow is able to be intelligent, although it doesn't live in a social group like the other animals which are known for the intelligence because of the social group. So a crow is mainly when it becomes an adult, it is able to pair with another crow, and they are able to live in two pairs. Although before them becoming an adult, the crows were oftenly live in gangs of teenagers, and these gangs of teenagers are able to showcase and also display their prominence in other members of the gang, and they're able to play and also form a social bond. So this is one of the things which we can say, although crows they do not live in, when they are adults, they do not live in one type of social bond where there are many type of clans. Although when they grew up having the teenage life, they're able to live together with other types of crows. So this may be a reason which the intelligence developed than others. So, and also some of the crows which have intelligence, some of the things which the scientists have also studied is that the crows are able to live longer with their parents before they make it to the adult life. So living longer with the parents is one of the ways which the crows get to teach the children, and also the types of tools they use and some types of things which they can use to hunt. So this teaching the younger crows has led to the crows being so intelligent and being able to display their intelligence. And it has also helped the crow a lot because scientists they formed a particular experiment where they put some tubes. One tube was filled with water, then the other tube was filled with sand. Then these two tubes, both the tubes were put some reward like a food substance where the crow will be able to access it if it learns how to access these two tubes. And it has to compare between the two tubes which tube is easily to be accessed than the other. So what the scientists did, they put some blocks, some small blocks which can be put inside the tube. And some of the crows, what they did, they took the blocks which were placed by the scientists, and they put specifically on the tube which it had water. And the tube which had water, automatically the water will be rising up. Unlike the tube which has sand, the sand won't rise. The crows were able to identify that this particular tube has sand, and this sand is solid. And there's no one crow which was able to put a block into the sand tube. They all put the blocks into the tube which was containing water. So this made the water rise up, and they were able to access their reward. And the other experiment was they put one tube over here where they put different types of blocks. And in that tube, they put water as normally, which they did on the last procedure. And on these blocks which they put some blocks which were denser than the others, and these crows were able to identify the blocks which were heavier than the others. They put the blocks which are heavier inside the tube, and this made the water rise even more. And even they didn't put any type of block which was lighter, which will make the block float on top of the water. They put all the types of blocks which will be able to sink inside that tube, and this made the water rise up. And after the water rising up, they were able to eat and also get their reward. And the other experiment which they were able to figure out is that there were two tubes put together, and one tube had a higher level of water and the other tube had a lower level of the water. So the crows were able to figure out that the tube which had a higher level of water was easier to put blocks, and also the reward will be easier for them to get than the other tube. So they were able to figure out this, and they automatically put blocks into the tube which it had a higher level of water, and they were able to access their reward. Some of the things which they failed is there's a particular tube which was a wider tube, and the other tube was a narrow tube. They were unable to figure out which tube was wider and which tube was narrow. So that experiment, they were unable to find out which tube was wider than the other, and it's the only experiment which they failed. And this is some of the things which can be portrayed when a child is growing up to be 7 years. These are the some of the activities which a child can be able to do when the child has reached a certain type of age, and with that age is 7 years. And also even some children can be display this type of problem solving when they are 10 years, and also more than even 10 years to some particular type of children. But the crows are able to problem solve this, and these are some of the things which they learn also from their parents. And that's why the parents, and also the time which they take with their parents, it's almost 2 years. They live longer with their parents. And one of the things which the crows have displayed is that the crows are able to particularly find a certain type of stick, and in that stick they were put a particular box, and in this box they had just a small slit which was where somebody can enter the hand, but no hand could be able to enter. So the only thing which they could use to access this particular slit, it was a stick. So what the crow did, it looked for a stick, and the crow held the stick on its beak, and it was able to slide the stick on that slit which was on that box. It was just a small opening where a stick can pass through. The crow was able to identify this and took the stick and was able to pass through, and that's how the particular reward was able to slide down, and that's how they were able to eat. And this is also some of the things which can portray the crow to be intelligent, because the crow is able to use a tool to also take food and also look for food. And some of the things of using tools can also be found in primates like chimpanzees, which they are able to use tools and also have tools to crush other tools. And one of the things which also crow can do, the crow can be able to pick up nuts, and if it picks up a nut, the crow can be able to just drop the nut on the particular type of road, where when a passerby or a car can be able to pass by, the car will be able to crush that nut, and the crow will be able to eat that nut. So these are some of the things which the crow displays. And also crows are very intelligent and also can keep a grudge on somebody who angered them and somebody who did something wrong to them. After so many years, the crow can be able to identify it is you. This is oftenly backed up by the size brain of the crow. Although crow is a small animal, the size brain of a crow and also the size brain of a human being and other animals, it isn't the same. The crow has a smaller size of brain, but the brain size doesn't matter. What matters is the body ratio to the brain size. So if a human being is this big, then his brain compared to the body size. So a crow, also the brain size and also the body size puts the crow even higher risk of having a larger brain than other animals, because it has a small body. Although it has a small body, its brain is a bigger brain. So one of the things which also makes the crow more intelligent, it is how the neurons of the brain are packed together. The neurons of a crow are very dense together, and also they are closely packed together. So this is easy for communication, because one of the things of neurons are able to transmit also information to the rest part of the body and also brain. And neurons being so easily close together, they are able to communicate even more faster than other animals and also other brains animals. So this is one of the things which helps the crow. Although it has a small brain, its neurons are very packed together, which helps it to have so much level of communication within it and also be able to communicate. So these are the things which make the crow intelligent. And the crow is very intelligent, where even humans are looking for a way to use the crow to be able to help the human beings able to collect certain types of cigarettes on the beaches, and this has been successful because some of the crows are being used to collect cigarettes on the beaches, and after collecting cigarettes they are able to get reward in form of food. And this is some of the types of things which have made even crows and also human beings come together. And also crow is very, it can also mimic human voices even more better than parrots. So these are some of the things which make the crow intelligent. And this is the end of the video. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and also turn on the notification bell, and please give this video a thumbs up. Till we meet next time. So this was the story of the crow, and I hope you liked it.